Hello everyone, welcome to Outside Interference in part 3 of our Rise of Bellator MMA series. In this episode we're going to be doing at least one show, but the majority of this episode is going to be setting up our reality TV show and seeing how that does. I'm thinking Wednesdays maybe, because it's just kind of in the middle of the week and it'll give us something to do whenever we're in between simming, and that's pretty much the only reason I use reality TV in my personal saves, other than just to make new stars. But I'm thinking that Josh Koscheck, whatever his name is. This is actually the roster we have right now. The reason that only a couple of the created fighters are on this list, just Preston and myself, is because I accidentally set the two of the created fighters to debut in like March of this year, so I bumped that back to April, or bumped that back to May, so we'll just go and sign them after this event, and it won't be too much of an issue. We'll offer them a lot of money so they sign really quickly. But yes, we have Impossible to Say, Alekhanov, Charlie Ward, Chris Dempsey, Elias Silverio, Hisaki Kato, Jackie Ghosh, Joseph Mook, the Outsider, Leonardo Atides, the War Eagle, Preston Bishop, Renee Forte, Rudy Bad News Bears, that is a great nickname, Sad Awad, and Troyes Lusua. Probably messed most of those names, most if not all of those names. Yodi Yo by Biggity Boy, sounded out low. Yodi Yo by Biggity Bo. Yodi Yo by Biggity Bro. I don't know, was that supposed to make something whenever I sounded it out? I don't know. Maybe I said it wrong. UDO by Biggity Bro. We'll see. You can correct me in the chat. Alright, we'll go ahead and jump into the event, because it's not that big of an event. There's no super big matches, and by the time we get our regulars in here, we'll probably just be up to, like, Relic Gracie, maybe. I don't think anyone really cares about most of the matches on this card. Maybe Ayala, this heavyweight fight, Ayala Javi versus Vinicius, and obviously Jackson versus Ishii. I'm really hoping Ishii wins that, because if he doesn't, obviously it's not that big of a deal, but Quentin Jackson isn't going to gain anything from a win, definitely. Alright. Yes, if you are currently watching, I see we have 3 viewers concurrent. Then definitely make yourself known in the chat, and we'll get into this fight. The Crushing Russian versus Christina Marks, and never seen the Crushing Russian fight, so I can't really attest to her ability. But I know Christina Marks isn't the best in the world, and certainly not on the ground, even with her Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu background, certainly not on the ground. But it seems like Mariana isn't either, so this looks like a bit of a stand-up fight. Alright, it says chat disconnected. I don't know if that's just on my end or everybody, but I will go ahead. I have a weird setup, because so I can read chat while I'm streaming. It's very weird. Oh, round 2. I wasn't even watching the fight. I have my desktop where I obviously stream the game, and then I have my laptop where I check the status of the stream and watch the chat. But yeah, that's how that's working. And Bishop's Wrestling gives me a thumbs up, so hopefully we are all good. 2 fighters engage. Marks hits a left jab, So it looks like they've just been trading for the majority of this fight. I mean, maybe the big strike. The Crushing Russian hits a straight right hand. Dazed, Marks continues to cover up against the cage. Russian smashes Marks with a big right hand through the guard. The referee jumps in to save Marks from taking any more shots. So Mariana continues on to 6-1 as Christina Marks goes down to 8-10. Not a super good showing by Christina Marks, but great debut by the Crushing Russian. And let's see, does she call anybody out? Nope, but apparently she was very impressive in her interview performance. So another women's match. I guess I have Berto winning this. I don't really know. The Lady Killer, that's a pretty cool nickname. But yeah, just as soon as we get into the or get some more regulars in here, we can go ahead and get that reality TV show going. I think I'm just gonna go with Bellator Fight Master for the name, because otherwise, you know, it's I don't want to have to come up with one. Berto looks for the submission and she gets it. So apparently the Lady Killer was off her game tonight. She killed no ladies, and Berto got the W in 4:33 of round 1. So I think we only had, yeah, moving on to the main card, Javi versus Spartan. Alright, I definitely have Vinicius. I don't know how to say his last name, but that's a great first name. Hey, Superkick City, how you doing? Thank you for the congratulations on 200 subscribers. It's been real nice hitting that number. It didn't take a while actually, because whenever I came back, we had like 180 something. So Vinicius wasn't able to get that submission, but can he get it here? Unfortunately not. But yeah, it's, Jesus Christ, a 6-inch height advantage for Vinicius. He might be champion someday. But yeah, it's been real nice because I think we've gained like 13 or 14 subscribers over the last like 2 weeks, which obviously doesn't sound like a ton, but for us it's quite a rapid growth, and I think it's in large part due to this series. I feel, because obviously when you start a new series, you gain a lot of viewers to the channel. And yeah, you grew real fast since the return. Yeah, and it's probably this series. Like whenever I go to the new YouTube Studio dashboard, which is really cool. I don't know if I like the look of it, but it's real nice. They have a lot of submission attempt by Vinicius, so it looks like he's really trying to go for that submission, which is probably a good idea, because Javi might be able to knock him out if they stand up, if he can even reach his head. Like, geez. But that's the end of round 2, and it looks like Vinicius goes ahead and takes that one as well. And made a stream. Watch the old playback so far. Hey, Leaf Freak. Hey, John Yang. How you guys doing? Yeah, I normally stream. Today I was a bit late. I was like an hour to 30 minutes late, because I normally like to stream sometime between 11:30 and 12, or start the stream. Just because it kind of keeps it constant for most people that time, and I can get more people in here with me. But yeah, and I always stream on Saturdays. I might expand it to also Sundays soon. I don't know for sure if that's what I want to do, because Sundays is supposed to be Road Warriors Day, but that series has kind of hit a bit of a speed bump. Not like we crashed the car into a ditch, but a couple of guys have been having trouble producing the videos for me to edit and upload. But Spartan wins by unanimous decision. Good fight apparently, but it looked like on the fight metrics. Oh geez, so Javi actually controlled it standing up, even though Vinicius did have 9 power punches, but 2 out of 6 takedowns. So he looks like if he hadn't given up control so often, because 0 for 3 submission attempts with no takedowns, that does not look good for him, or for Javi. But, you know, Javi didn't put in a bad showing. He'll definitely get another shot at the main card, and we'll go ahead and move on. Names check. Vinicius gives a name check to everyone at Shootbox, all his various sponsors, then all of his family, friends, family. So Linton the Swarm Vassell versus Lucas Klinger. I think probably Vassell. I would say Vassell by knockout. That's my guesstimation. But yeah, so Road Warriors is kind of hit a little ditch or a speed bump of sorts, but it'll still be out soonish, probably. It'll be done soonish. I don't know when it's going to be out. But yeah, I do think that the majority of our growth is from WMMA, which I'm very happy about. It, you know, it definitely helps me or ensures that I made the right decision expanding the channel, obviously. And the fact that you guys are liking this series, of course. But yeah, because whenever I go to the YouTube Studio, which gives like way more in-depth analytics, or maybe not more in-depth, but it makes the analytics more easily accessible because it groups them a lot better. And whenever I go there, it says that the majority of my views, like not actual views, but like the majority of the people seeing my content and like searching for my content are from WMMA, because there aren't a whole lot of WMMA series. Really, actually, around the time I started, a bunch of people started, like TTT, or Total Team Talk. I don't know why I just 3 T's. Total Team Talk started one like a day before I did, which I was like, oh, geez. But it was okay because it was WMMA 4. And then Super Kick City started one. Haven't really gotten into it, but I'm sure it's good. Everything they put out is good. If you guys aren't following Super Kick City, definitely go ahead and do that. Very nice guys. I was a founding member. I think I came up with the name. I don't want to take credit for it outright, but I believe I came up with the name. Could be wrong. You can make sure to call me out in the chat if you'd like, RP. But Klinger has the takedown, and Vassell is able to pass guard. But geez, it's already round 3. I did not realize that. I have no idea who is winning this fight, but by the looks of this, I still have no idea. Klinger gets the submission attempt, or tries to get the submission. Vassell looks like he is on the verge of exhaustion. Luckily, there's only 2 seconds left in the fight. With 2 seconds left, John McCarthy believes that you know, they're going to be able to get in a couple punches, and he stands him up, and the fight comes to an end as the time limit expires. Extremely close round, but personally, Mauro Ranallo wants to give it to Vassell. Judges scores 29-28, 30-27, and 29-28 for Linton the Swarm Vassell by unanimous decision. Not a great fight, but well, yeah, you probably did. But you know, it's all right. Leonardo Liete versus Relic Gracie. Never seen that picture for him. Let's see. I think Gracie, they're both very good on the ground, but I think Gracie's probably going to win this one. You know, because no one beats a Gracie on the ground. That's just a fact of life in the MMA world. But yeah. So how are you guys doing? What's going on? In this fight, looks like they haven't gotten the ground yet. Right as I say that, they go to the ground. Liete tries to get the submission attempt with the armbar, I think it was, but he is not able to get it. And Gracie attempts to pass guard to get into submission position, but I do not think he is able to do that. And the scramble allows Liete to take his opponent's back, and he almost gets the rear naked choke, but Relic Gracie is able to get away, and he wins that round. So Gracie starts off with an attack of strikes, But Gracie then goes for the takedown and gets it. If he can keep up this pace, he will win this fight, in my opinion. But, of course, that's very hard. I saw Ant-Man and the Wasp yesterday. Hey, Abdul, how you doing? It was, I didn't know it was coming out yesterday. My friend was just like, hey, you want to go see Ant-Man and the Wasp? And, of course, I said yes because he was paying for my ticket. I really like Paul Rudd. But the whole movie, it was better than the first one, definitely. And the lady's haircut wasn't stupid this time. The villain was kind of weird, but at the same time, not horrible, because the villain last time really sucked. He didn't get into his cool villain suit until, like, the last fight scene. This looks like it's just submission attempt after submission attempt. And there we go. Relic Gracie gets the Kimura lock, and Leonardo Liete has to tap out. Decent fight. Not really exactly what I want to see from these two, but, you know, it works out. Lovely versus LC Davis. I do not remember booking this fight, but, you know, I guess I have to go with Von Lovely because, I mean, with a name like that, not much else you can really, or no one else you can really pick. I think he's going to go undefeated in Bellator, quite frankly. Even against a veteran like LC Davis, 23-8. That's a great record. But, yeah, Ant-Man and the Wasp, it was good. The post-credit scene was crazy. So if you do go see it, make sure to stay after the credits. Hey, Chaotic Hound Doom, how you doing? Make sure to stay after the credits. The only big problem, I mean, obviously there was a couple little problems, like the CGI was inconsistent. But the real big problem... Oh, crap, I have to film another Outcast episode. I just realized that. Okay, sorry, I keep getting sidetracked. The real big problem with that movie is that, considering that it came right after Infinity War, which was obviously Davis hits the mat, looks rocked, lovely, big strike after big strike, and Mario Yamasaki has to take the fight to the end, or he has to end the fight, rather. Don't know why I said it so weirdly. But TKO, lovely. And I think next up is Salter versus Manoff, and then is our main event. But it was a weird movie to come after Infinity War because it was very lighthearted, and it's like coming after the darkest and, you know, most not groundbreaking, the most most important movie in the Marvel universe in the series. I guess the second one will probably be the most important movie when it comes out, but as of right now, it's the most important. It was funny, but, you know, I probably wouldn't watch it again. I wouldn't pay to watch it again. And it looks like Salter got the submission. Oh, almost got the submission. I guess Manoff got saved by the bell. Salter goes back to the takedown attempt. That's probably a good idea. And he keeps passing guard. Looks like he's trying to get into position for a Kimura, and he gets it. So a lot of submissions this fight, or this event, rather. But, yeah. We can go ahead and move on to the main event. This was a good fight, and John Salter says it was a tough fight and gives a show of respect to Melvin. So, Quentin Rampage Jackson versus... Hey, I made it. Nice to see a hobo, good vibes. Versus Satoshi Ishii. And we'll just go ahead and move on. I really hope Ishii wins. I don't think he will, but I really hope he does. Because I accidentally, now that I actually have some of the created fighter, oh god, so Jackson looks like he's just about finished off Ishii almost immediately. Oh, okay, so the referee declined to stop it, probably should have right there. Rampage Jackson completely had control, but I guess Ishii isn't doing too horribly. Yeah, so now that we have some of the people that created fighters, so what I accidentally did whenever I was creating fighters is I set them to debut like in March, so I set that back to May. So tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but after this event, I'm going to have to... Ooh, Ishii hits the floor, and it looks like that is going to be it. Herb Dean has no option but to leap in and stop the fight. TKO. Lots of TKOs and lots of submissions in this event. Don't know if we did too well with it. And it looks like Rampage Jackson wants to fight Czech Congo. 71 critical rating, 63 commercial rating. At least it increased our popularity and maybe made us money. Possibly. 47 or $470,000. That's not too bad. But yeah, I accidentally set them to debut later in the year, so after this event, after we're done simming, I need to go ahead and sign Chaotic Houndoom's character, and Rampage just destroyed Ishii, definitely, and one other character. I think it's... I forgot whose it was. Herb Dean. But, yeah. And then we can go ahead, and once they're signed, it shouldn't take too long, because I'm going to offer them way more than they're worth. Just so we can make sure to get them in quickly. It shouldn't take too long, and we'll go ahead and get to the reality TV show, Bellator Fight Master Season 1. Which isn't really Season 1, but they don't have our history put in the mods, so it's Season 1 for us. Perry attacks Okami. Anything notable to us? Nope. So, Chael Sonnen. Okay, so this is what I wanted to show you guys. Remember in the last stream where I said Chael Sonnen looked like a dad juiced to the gills? I was right. Chael Sonnen failed his drug test, and so did JJ Ambrose, but, you know, who cares? Nico Price apparently doesn't want to sign with us, but it's okay. And Relic Gracie, we do need to re-sign him. He is a beast on the ground, and it's always, the more Gracies you can have, the better. That's just a fact. But yeah, I was right about Chael Sonnen. I thought it was going to be steroids, but apparently it's testosterone, or TRT. I think that's testosterone. I'm not sure. But yeah, so currently we're trying to sign Luigi Golden, which is Hobo Goose's character, and Relic Gracie. I don't really want to try for Nico Price anymore, because we don't need any more middleweights. But now we should have your characters debuted, all the created characters. I need to look in the news, actually, so I can actually find them, because I might have forgotten their names, maybe? Who knows? Jacob Schroeder and Arman Singh. So we just gotta sign them, and then we can kick off reality TV. Everybody's favorite thing. Maybe Kim Kardashian can make an appearance. That'll be fun. That'll really boost the ratings. And Arman Singh. I don't know how well we're going to do in this. All the creative fighters are going to do in this reality TV show, because their estimated values are so low. But also, I didn't sign too many, like, actually good people. Like, these are all the people that I signed for, specifically for the reality TV show. Some of them were already signed, and I just decided to put them in there anyways. Maybe if their career had become stale, or they just weren't getting a very good ranking. I probably shouldn't put Sadawad in there. He's probably going to destroy us. So I will find someone worse. Can fight at middleweight. We can put someone who sucks. Someone, he's good, someone who sucks. This guy, James Terry. Maybe you wouldn't call him a prospect at 37, but I would. Alright. So. Yeah, I don't want my guy to get knocked out. Yeah, I can't promise anything. If they do get knocked out, it's fine. We'll keep them signed, because everybody has good potentials. I think I might have the worst, which is a little bit sad, but I didn't mess with any of the potentials, but believe that the lowest potential we have is like 86. So even if we get knocked out in the first round, all of us, we're not going to do horrible. So we'll go ahead and advance a couple days so we can go ahead and advance to Thursday so that we can, I hope my character doesn't get killed. Yeah, I really hope that too. That would be less than ideal. But, yeah, who knows? She took a short notice fight at the now infamous Rio Heroes, defeating a male fighter. Well, good for her, I suppose. She eventually was given up to another family by her mother due to extreme poverty. Eventually, even this family couldn't support her. Abandoned, she eventually wound up in FEBEM, a notorious juvenile center located in Sao Paulo. So, yeah, she does look like someone who would beat the shit out of anyone, including a man. Congrats on 200 subs. Thank you very much. It is very exciting. I don't think I've told Nick yet. I should probably do that. I saw him yesterday. He works at the movie theater that I saw Ant-Man at the Wasp in. I only go to that movie theater now because I want to support my child. And yeah. You got 6 subs in 1 week. Yeah, we've gotten quite a few subs over the last, like, 2 weeks since I started this series, and it is because of this series, obviously. So I'm just going to keep it rolling. Maybe we even add another stream on Sundays. Not this Sunday, because I need to text Nick, actually, probably right now, to see when the next Outcast episode can be filmed, because we really need to get on that. But other than that, yeah, probably maybe next week, like every other week, because we're supposed to be filming and uploading the Outcast every other week. That might not happen this week because the rebrand, that helped. That definitely did. I mean, just uploading videos probably helped, if I'm being honest. But yeah. Oh, geez. Okay, so I'm going to text Nick really quick. And who you got, Stipe or DC? That's a hard one. I think Daniel Cormier, probably. I really like Daniel Cormier. I think the only light heavyweight who's better than him is obviously John Jones, and you know John Jones is always suspended. So I think I got Daniel Cormier, even though you know he is obviously a lot shorter, but he's got the good wrestling background. Bruno Vargas got injured. I believe this is the second time that's happened. Because I think she was a replacement for the person that replaced Bruno Vargas. So Bruno Vargas was supposed to go up against someone, and she was a replacement for that person because she got injured. Alright, so nothing too crazy. Alright, nice. Preston Bishop joined the Gladiators Academy. And other than that, nothing too crazy. I'm really actually surprised that we haven't signed Schroeder, Armand, and Luigi. But I guess we'll go ahead and move on to Sunday. Who do you think will win the reality TV show? I have no idea, because none of these fighters have ever fought for me before. So if it's one of us, Stipe is the favorite, but I'm going for DC. Yeah, me too. Like, obviously Stipe is going to be the favorite because he's a beast, and also he has the, you know, height and reach advantage. But Daniel Cormier, he's a nice guy. I really like John Jones really screwed over the UFC quite a few times, even like just with his supposed dick pills. But like, you know, I keep forgetting. Oh yeah, I need to text Nick. Who do you... Yeah, so the reality TV show, I think if we're going based off of the 5 people, I think maybe It depends, because I don't know. Like, if Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is as overpowered as I hope it will be, then I think I'll win, because I think I'm the only Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu created fighter. And if boxing is more overpowered, then I guess Luigi will probably win. But then again, we got, the two kickboxers. And, yeah, so I really don't know. We'll see. We need to record the outcast soon, baby. Alright, now that I got that over with, Lucas Martins crossed lightweight, bantamweight, and featherweight during his time in the UFC. He looks like he's like 22. How did that happen? But yeah, it's taking the one thing that TEW has over WMMA is that, at least with this mod, is that WMMA takes a long time to sim, and TEW, I mean, it still takes a long time, but it doesn't take nearly as long. So that's always a plus for TEW. Like the Academy series, it used to whenever I had a potato for a computer, I mean I still do, but now I have a potato that's slightly upgraded. It used to take me like 12 hours to just sim 1 year of the Academy, and yeah, it was really bad. But now it takes me like 4, which is still a long time, but granted I'm simming 365 days. So I only got the demo low. Maybe I'll do a WMMA giveaway for the viewers of the stream. Who knows? Who knows? I think that would be fun. Oh yeah, the loading screens for this are terrible. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate the little fighter profiles. Speaking of that, I'm thinking of doing a series. I pitched this to Nick, because I want Nick to have a couple series, but he didn't buy it. But I want to create a series called the Prospect Profiles, which is just like maybe a 5-minute video on MMA prospects that I like and I want people to know about. And I just like break down their skills and maybe their shortcomings, but how they're improving on them, and maybe a little bit about them, and call it Prospect Profiles. But yeah, nothing too crazy. That's just a new series that I might try out in the meantime, or in the time between now and whenever Road Warriors is coming out, because like I said, I don't know anymore. I thought it was going to be finished by the end of this month, but I can't be certain at this point. But probably still will be, but we'll see. Yeah. So I forgot what I was talking about. But how are you guys doing? What's going on? Actually, I haven't watched. Ooh, actually, yes I have. I was going to say I haven't watched wrestling, any wrestling recently, but I've been watching Impact, because as old OG fans of the channel will know, I used to watch Impact a lot. It was the only wrestling I did watch, because, they weren't better, but it wasn't as much as a commitment as WWE, and they had much better production than Ring of Honor. And then around, like, whenever the Broken Hardys left, it got so horrible that I was just not able to stand it. So, because it was just Alberto El Patron beats everybody, and Alberto El Patron and Lashley beat literally everybody. Oh, Armand Singh signed, Jacob Schroeder signed, and Luigi Golden signed. So now we can go ahead and start off the reality TV show. I need to figure out who I want the coaches to be, because I know I want one to be Josh Koscheck. I don't know how to say his name. Can fight it. Josh Koscheck. He's a welterweight, and what other welterweights have good name value? Versus Paul Daly. Nice. Because obviously all the coaches, Lucha Underground is the GOAT. You should. That's a nice idea for all the MMA fans. Thank you. I definitely will. I might finish one today, although I do have quite a lot of stuff I have to do before the end of the day. How is Impact holding up? I used to watch a lot when AJ was there. Oh, I guess I did used to watch Lucha Underground. I haven't watched season 4 yet, but and I didn't watch all of season 3, but they always have the best, like, really great high-flying wrestling, obviously, because it's, I mean, honestly, I think Lucha Underground is the best lucha-based show. Like, CMLL and AAA, it's just a bunch of 50-year-olds in masks doing, like, ground wrestling, which is fine. Actually, it's not, it's horrible, but, like, all of AAA and CMLL's young guys are great. It's just that they prefer to have the old guys in the main events. But Impact is doing quite well, in my opinion. The Rich Swann, he debuted like 2 weeks ago, and he's doing great. Like, Rich Swann is amazing. He had a match with Phoenix 2 days ago, on Thursday, and that was really good, like a fantastic match. But I guess any match that they're in normally is really good. But they just did some stuff that was crazy. But at Slammiversary, it's going to be Phoenix versus Swan versus Ishimori versus Johnny Impact, so Johnny Mundo, and I think that match is going to be crazy. But outside of the X division, I guess the tag division is pretty good. I don't like KM, and Falaba is a nice guy. He's really short, and it kind of takes me out of it. I didn't used to like Congo Kong. I thought his physique was horrible. I mean, it is pretty horrible. But, you know, now that he has Jimmy Jacobs to hype him up, and I think it's gotten better. Like, he used to be a lot more flabby. Maybe it's just the way they shoot him now, but like, he used to be a lot worse than he is now. So he looks better now, and Jimmy Jacobs is great. I love him. So everything they've done with Congo is great. Brian Cage is amazing. Eli Drake, I haven't seen him in a while on TV. I guess I've only been watching for a couple weeks. But yeah. Oh, and they've also been touring recently. So you know how like in 2016 the Impact Zone was dead quiet for everything except, like, that's not true. It was literally quiet for everything. Now that they're touring in Canada, they actually get some sort of reaction. And I guess the women's wrestling is okay. It's weird because they have all these, like, old TNA knockouts, which aren't on the level of the new women's wrestlers, but they try to book them, they book them above the new era of women's wrestlers, and it's kind of weird. Grado has another girlfriend, but yeah. Let's go ahead and get into the reality TV show. I can't talk about Impact for too long, or else all the MMA fans will be a little bit, MMA fans that watch this on playback at least. Josh versus Paul Daly, and we're going middleweight. So, crap. I know this guy is. I know Arman Singh is. I know Charlie Ward is. I know that, yep, Preston Bishop, Renee Forte, Rudy Bears, this guy, Jackie Gosh, Hisaki Kato, Elias, and that's 12. Brennan Ward is. Ben Ryder might be. Ben Ryder is not. Chris Dempsey is. Chris Honeycutt is possibly. Maybe. Oh, Jacob Schroeder. I almost forgot. Jacob Schroeder is, and this guy is as well. So, that's all 16 of our competitors. It costs $50,000 per show, and I think the 2 rounds by 5 minutes with a decider. I think that's how Tough does it, The Ultimate Fighter does it. So I think we should be fine, because otherwise it just gets a little bit crazy. No previous series. Oh, my game crashed. That's fun. Obviously some technical difficulties here. Please stick with me. I hate when it does that. That's another thing with Grey Dog software games. They crash a lot. Like, you'll go over a picture that isn't right, and your game will crash. So Josh versus, at least I know who is actually in the show now. Josh versus Paul. I don't like Paul Daly. I really hope Josh Koscheck beats his ass. Although I don't like him either. So I'm very conflicted. I think Rene Forte might win. I don't know why. He has a nice name. And, you know, we might all be scrubs. Who knows? But we are going to be decent in the future for sure. Chris Dempsey, Charlie Ward, Brennan Ward, and this guy, Armand. There we go. Broadcast by Spike. And I'm not going to hit whatever I hit last time. Go ahead and... Oh, wait. What day do we want it? I think Wednesday. Wednesday or Thursday. You know what? Let's go Thursday. Actually, Wednesday. There we go. Perfect. So, this lady has been injured. Oh, crap. We have to replace... What's-her-face? And we have to book a show. I'm dumb. This is going to be lesser show because it's right after our biggest show ever. Cannot. Oh. Second week of June. Probably. Hopefully people can actually fight. Robert Dristel versus Arthur. Go ahead, who cares? But yeah, TNA is great. TNA is kind of like, I don't really know. Or Impact, rather. One thing I don't like is that they have very high production value most of the time, but like every so often, they do this interview segment, or like this backstage segment, it's, you know, backstage with Josh Matthews and Don Callis. And the green screen is so bad, and they're so badly framed. Like, I actually reframed one of the scenes because I was like, this is so easy to fix. Why don't they just do this? We'll go ahead and put that there. That'll be our current main event. But yeah, it's very inconsistent. But I mean, I guess there's not too much you can do about that. That'll be a main show fight. Neiman Gracie, obviously, we want to build him up as much as we possibly can. Brent Primus versus a guy with crazy hair. Carrington Banks versus Brandon Gertz. Definitely want to give him a fight. Gabriel Green versus Derek Anderson. Sure, that'll be on the prelims though. I don't think we can get away with too many prelim fights on the main card. And then as soon as I'm done with this, we can go ahead and get into... I thought James Gallagher and AJ McKee just fought. Maybe I was wrong. Oh no, that was Neiman and somebody. Maybe, I don't know. Should we have them fight? Because, you know, next up is Daniel Strauss, and we can't really do that. So, maybe by popularity? Might as well. It's not a main card fight, so we'll just do AJ versus Daniel. This is AJ's proving ground. If he wins this, then that's obviously a super big deal for him. And my stream computer has frozen, and I didn't even realize it. So, sorry about that, guys. I haven't been reading your chat. I don't even know if the stream's still up. Hold on. Grey Dog Games is good, but they have their problems. This stream came right at the right time, because if it came anytime the last couple of days, I would have been too busy with family. Yeah, I don't know. Good to hear that. I don't know what's going on with my laptop, so I can't read your comments right now. But if you want, oh, I guess we can do this guy, Marcos Galvo versus what, even Loveland. And actually, we don't even need that to be Neiman Gracie versus Gilbert Smith. That can go down there. And one more prelim fight, and then we can get on with our lives. There we go. Main event name, Cyborg versus Page. Alright, nice, nice. Now we can go ahead and move on to the... oh wait, we put it on Wednesday, didn't we? Probably. We can move on to the results for the reality TV show. Hopefully we're not all kicked out on the first night. I don't know though. So yeah, can't read your comments right now, but hopefully, I guess I guess I could. Cyborg gonna kill you, Cyborg gonna kill you. Definitely. The stream is still up. That's good to hear. So yeah, Grey Dog Software, the one thing that I don't like about them, or not the one thing, but the main thing I don't like about them, is that, well, for one, they're very inconsistent with their updates. And I feel like for a game that came out 2 years ago in TEW 2016, it's still kind of unpolished. Like, they take a long time to make these games, and it's granted, it's probably a very small team, and like, I think it might just, it's not just Adam Ryland, but it is a very small team, obviously, but like, come on, they need to get more people working on specifically TEW or specifically WMMA, because they have a lot of games that just no one plays, like the Basketball Manager and the Football Manager. No one plays those games. At least I don't. People go to Wolverine Studios for that, because they're basically just Grey Dog. I think they used to be the same. I think Wolverine broke off from Grey Dog, or maybe it was the other way around. But yeah, that's just being nitpicky though. It's they make great games, and they obviously try very hard, so can't really fault them for too much. TEW 2019 for 1080 720. Yeah, that's also another pet peeve I have. And also, whenever I was playing WMMA on my laptop, I thought it was so cool because I could go full screen. But now with my desktop, it doesn't fully cover my monitor. So another thing they need to work on is adapting to... Yeah, Grey Dog should mainly stick with TEW and WMA. Yeah, so TEW needs to be... or they need to be able to adjust the resolution, or not the resolution, but like scale to fit certain monitors better, because you know right now they just don't. They have a certain set resolution, and I'm sure that would take quite a bit of work, but it would make the game a lot better. It would make it a lot easier to make videos on and stream, which obviously is great promotion for them, because I marked out for the full screen in WMMA. Yeah, me too, but now I don't have it anymore. I have a screen, it looks like it can be full screen, but I can't adjust the size. It's very upsetting. But yeah, it is, it's a hard life as a TEW, WMMA YouTuber. Because, and that's one of the reasons I did want to branch out a little bit more, is because obviously with TEW and WMMA, there are very dedicated communities, which is why I'm able to get as many views as I do on each video with as few subscribers as I have. But you know, the community is still very small. Like Total Team Talk is probably the most popular TEW YouTuber, and he only has like 4,000 subscribers, which is great. Like, I would love to have 4,000 subscribers. Oh, it looks like Nico Price signed with us anyways. That's nice. And so did Relic Gracie. And Bellator Fightmaster recap. In a qualifier fight, Leonardo Ataitis beat beat Charlie Ward by submission. So none of us fought. Nam Fan booked to face Tatsuya Kawajiri at Ryzen 12. So yeah, reality TV. So it's going to go on a week-by-week basis. If you want to average how long do these sims take? Like, what do you mean? For WMMA? I don't really know. A couple minutes, I suppose. Not too long, because I have an event every 2 weeks, so it's not that bad. But yeah, it looks like we can go ahead and check the teams. So Armon, you made it to Team Daily. Jacob Schroeder is also on Team Daily. I am on Team Koscheck. Luigi, you are on Team Daily. And Preston is on Team Koscheck. So only me and Preston are on Team Koscheck. We're outnumbered a little bit. But yeah. So you guys, seeing as Team Daily does currently have the advantage, you guys are kind of in the lead. Hopefully Preston and I can steal that back soon enough. But apparently the event was brilliantly entertaining and a fantastic episode. So yeah, that's great to see. Normally, as my character didn't die, yes. Yeah, it'll probably take a couple weeks before that happens to any of us. But after a while, the episode quality will start to go down. Obviously, because some of the stars are leaving, and it's more reliant on people who might not have the best marketability. But it'll be fine. I don't think I've ever gotten lower than like a good, and honestly, it doesn't really matter because this is really just for the created fighters. It's not going to make us too much money, if any. But who cares? As long as we have the created fighters beasting out in WMMA, that's all we really need. So, let's see. I'm trying to think of other... Oh, yes. So we are going to be... Nick and I, that is. We are going to be doing the... what's it called? Oh, jeez, I forgot what it was called. WWE SmackDown vs. Raw series. As soon as we can. Sorry, I'm trying to text Nick back. Yes, so we are going to be doing that series soon-ish. I don't know exactly when. And I am very excited for it. Are we already to Thursday? Because that was a really quick sim if we are. We are going to be doing that series. I'm hoping I can get SmackDown. Nick might want it, but I'm really hoping I can get SmackDown. And I'm going to build up that roster better than he can, hopefully. It will be very entertaining to see our characters' careers unfold. Yeah, that's probably the biggest draw to having custom characters like with the Academy series. That's the whole series. So hopefully with this, it'll be just as successful as the Academy series, as we're finally starting to get some signings in that. If you have not, can't talk. If you have not watched the Academy series, I definitely suggest you go and check that out. It is by far my most popular series, probably because obviously all the people who are in it want to see what's going on, and all the people who aren't want to be in the next one. So, yeah. That is obviously my most popular series. But, nice hype. Thank you. But, I don't really know what that means, but thank you. Yeah, it's probably also my favorite series to make, just because I'm also watching it unfold. Alright, here we go. Bellator Fightmaster. Where is it? There's Bellator 198. Everyone is clean, thank God. Where's Bellator? Oh, this is Saturday. Why did it stop me? Oh, I have an event, don't I? That makes sense. I have an event tomorrow. And then... I think so. Okay, yeah. I don't know why it stopped me today. You cannot advance the... Oh. Okay, we forgot to kill this fight. Nice. Let's go ahead and skip all. Continue. Alright, next time you upload the Academy 2 face will be a champion, lol. SmackDown will always be my favorite brand. Yeah, SmackDown's probably my favorite brand also. Raw is just so boring, and it's 3 hours of just nothing. And at least SmackDown has Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura. Like, they have the best wrestlers in the world. They really are the wrestlers brand. But yeah, if only they had Cesaro. I want Cesaro to go back to the independents. Maybe not, actually. I want him to get a push somewhere. Like, Jesus Christ. I want Dolph Ziggler to go back to the independents. I guess he was never really in the independents because he was in OVW. But I want him to go to Impact. I want Daniel Bryan to go to Ring of Honor. Like, if that doesn't happen, I'm going to be real upset. And New Japan and, like, CMLL. And maybe even Impact. Probably not, though. Just wherever. WWE needs new bookers 100%. Like, SmackDown is okay most of the time, but everywhere else... I guess 205 Live is also great, and so is NXT. Honestly, WWE will be better off whenever Triple H gets control, because, you know, all the products he has control over are amazing. I mean, it'll be better for the hardcore fans, certainly. I don't know if the mainstream audience is going to be too into it, but I feel like Triple H has enough experience on both ends of the spectrum to know what mainstream audiences want and what will please, you know, the hardcore fans. And Vince is just... Raw on Hulu is actually pretty decent, 1 hour and 30-minute versions with no commercials. Yeah, but that means I have to buy Hulu, and I don't have that money. I mean, I do. I just like to spend it on YouTube for no reason, really. But, yeah. Let's see what Nick say. I'm free Monday and Thursday. Monday through Thursday or Monday and Thursday? I don't know. Uriah Hall cut from the UFC. Maybe we should sign him. Yes, we definitely should sign him. Song vs. Canetti, nothing too crazy. Go ahead and move on to the event. Mir versus Lashley. I really hope Bobby Lashley wins. Apparently the judges do not expect him to. Vince, just retire, you're killing your own company. I don't think he's killing it. I mean, they just got a $2 billion, or not $2 billion, a $1 billion Fox deal. Which was a horrible deal on Fox's end, but, you know, whatever gives us more wrestling, I suppose. Or better wrestling, rather. Okay, I'll let you know when I get my schedule. Texted Nick, by the way, that wasn't a random commentary. Alright, so the next episode of The Outcast will probably be up next week, maybe sometime late this week. I got Mir for the win. I also have Mir, but I really hope Bobby Lashley wins. The Freight Train, Josh Dykeman versus Augusto Sakai. And Sakai is attacking with strikes. We'll see how this is gonna go. Wait, they're not on USA Network anymore? I mean, I don't know. Raw, no, they're still, the Fox deal doesn't kick in until like February or January of next year. Ooh, Dykeman gets just straight up knocked out by Sakai. That is pretty, that's pretty good by the Freight Train, or not the Freight Train, he got knocked out. But next up, the Greek Bronzolas versus Steve Thunderbeast Kozala. That's interesting names by the both of them. No idea why Fox would even pay so much for SmackDown. Ratings are going down every week. I mean, if Lashley uses the cake down, he will win. That is 100% true. Maybe if I make a cake down shirt, people will buy them. Oh, wow. 36-second knockout by Mike Bronzolas. I mean, I'm not too happy with that because he's 40 and he's knocking out 28-year-olds, but okay, cool. Doesn't really matter. Kakai versus Garcia. I definitely have Steve Garcia in this one. Doesn't matter what the predictions say. I mean, they're gonna get like insane ratings whenever they're on Fox because it's one of the biggest broadcasters in the world. But yeah, they definitely shouldn't have paid that much money for it. I mean, because no one would even come close to that bid. Like they could probably done 500 million and been like had blown everybody out of the water for that bid. But I don't know. Maybe they could probably have bought, like, Mike has just slain the Thunder Beast. Yes, he has. They just need like $2 billion to buy the entirety of WWE. Like, it's not. Why would they buy SmackDown? Like, or not buy it? Like, they just bought the rights to SmackDown. Like, hold on, this fight isn't extremely entertaining, so let's go ahead and check out how much is the WWE worth. So wait, $76 per share. I really wish I had bought WWE stock like a month ago. Or, Jesus Christ. Yeah, whenever they announced that, it went skyrocketing. How many shares do they have? Hold on, I'll get this down to a size that you guys can see it. So 76.68. We're doing some investigative reporting right here. Many shares do dun 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 dun. Okay. How much is the WWE worth? In February it's worth, and this is probably more accurate, now worth nearly $3 billion. So why would you pay $1 billion? So yeah, see, Steve Garcia beat up Kakai. I told you guys. Hope Lucha Impact gets better TV deal. Me too. I mean, Lucha Underground isn't doing bad. They're on Netflix. And El Rey Network. El Rey like owns Lucha Underground, so they would probably never, because they're not really like a company. They're a TV show. So they couldn't really get a better TV deal unless El Rey sold them, which I doubt they would do because it's their best, or their biggest draw, I assume. But Lucha's on Netflix. Yeah, the first 2 seasons at least. I don't know about season 3 if it's on there. But yeah, Lucha Underground signed a deal with Netflix. It's very nice. I wish more independent wrestling promotions would sign deals with Netflix or other similar on-demand services, because I don't want to buy Fight TV for like $14 a month just to watch independent wrestling. Like, that's crazy. When I can, watch it for free on a watchwrestling.tv website. Just the first 2 seasons, yeah. So yes, I do pirate wrestling events, but only the ones that I don't have the station. I don't want to pay for it because the product's not good enough. But I'm sure I'm almost positive everybody does though. Like I'll even like watch Raw on a live stream because I don't want to go out to my living room. Like, it's just more convenient. Let's see. I really have no idea who is winning this. I can't believe this fight's on the main show. This is obviously not a super big event, but apparently that round was good. But Weichel needs to get the finish in this round to take the win, and I don't think he's going to be able to do it, but who knows. Yamaguchi hits the... I forgot what I was going to say, honestly. I do that a lot. I have a very short attention span, and Weichel falls to the floor, and I think that's going to be it for Weichel. Yamaguchi attempts the submission, but yeah, there's no way that Weichel's winning this match by decision. So Yamaguchi was able to take this one almost by submission, but I think it's going to go to decision here. But poor Weichel, he was supposed to be the favorite, but obviously that did not come to pass. Good fight, so that is nice, boosting our rating a little bit. Kevin Casey versus Ed Ruth. Ed Ruth is going to take this within the first 2 rounds. I guarantee it. Nearly. So I think for this stream, we'll go this event, obviously, and then we'll book an event and sim to the end of the, or sim to the next Thursday, so we can see if any of us got knocked out of the reality TV show. Alright, so yeah, Ed Ruth really just needs to get the takedown. That's all he needs to do. Actually, I didn't realize that Kevin Casey was a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter. So maybe that wouldn't be the best idea, but at the same time, Casey tries to get Ruth to the mat. That is not a good idea. So I guess this one would probably go to decision if that's the case. But who knows? We'll see. I love when the underdog wins. Me too. It always makes for a better story. But in this case, I do not think that's going to be the case. And if it is, I will be kind of mad at Ed Ruth. Even though he did like one of my tweets one time, best day of my life, until Bass Rutten replied to one of my tweets. That was the next best day of my life. And now, I don't know. Whenever like AJ Styles follows me on Twitter, that's going to be my favorite, or rather my best day. Or I guess whenever like I get married or have kids, but no one cares about that. Who even cares? So thank you guys for supporting the channel for right now. We were on a little bit of a slump on the views, but over the past week we've definitely gone up there a little bit, or gotten up a little bit on that spectrum. And I have not been watching the last 2 rounds of this fight, so I have no idea what's going on. We'll go ahead and sim the last 2 minutes so we can see. It looks like Casey is cut open, and Ruth catches Casey with a knee strike, drives him up against the cage, and just a bunch of knees from Ed Ruth. I did not know that that would be his game plan, but I suppose if it's working. And it looks like Casey is just getting pummeled against the cage. A punch from Ruth fails to land, but I do think he won that round. And it looks like 30-27 all in favor of Ed Ruth, and that is a decent fight. But at least Ed Ruth dethrones King Kevin Casey. Don't know why you would call yourself the king when you're 9-7-2-2. 2-0 contest. Maybe we should release him because he's probably juiced up. But who knows? At least Ed Ruth showed some respect after the fight. And for this, I think I have probably, you know what, I'm just going to go with Eric Perez. Delano Lopez is a good fighter, but I normally just put him in for popular fighters because he normally doesn't win too often. But no problem. I always try to make time to sit down and watch your videos. Thank you. I appreciate that very much. I know good friends of mine who won't even do that. So thank you for Perez misses but scores with a jab to the jaw. And then it just looks like Steve Mazzagatti has to break this fight up. El Goito, or yeah, I think that's how you say it, beats Perez or Lopez by TKO in 2:19 of round 1. And he wants to fight Ian Loveland, and I think he will destroy Ian Loveland, so sure, go for it. Alright, next up, Dam versus French name. So, versus Valerie. Alright. So we can go ahead And I think we can go ahead and skip this fight, because I think this might be this isn't the co-main event, but Valerie beats her TKO in 136 of round 1, which was probably going to happen within like any simulation. If I simmed it 100 times, I would have Valerie winning every single time. Oh, that might be a good experiment series. Like, see what happens whenever Conor McGregor and Nate Diaz face off 100 times in WMMA. That might be fun. I've always tried to come up with good ideas for the like short little one-off experiment videos for like TEW and WMMA, and I haven't been able to do that. I've been watching your channel since before your first break. Ah, wow, that means a lot. You know, there aren't too many who have been here since the Ring of Honor days, the Ring of Honor restart days, but I do definitely appreciate all of the people who stuck with me through that, because those were dark times. Very bad. You know, I was playing on a emulator for because I only had an Ubuntu laptop, and I was playing on an emulator, and it ran so slowly. It was god awful, and the fact that I had to record as well, it was horrible. Horrible quality. I didn't have a microphone, so I just used my phone, and I did that up until like the comeback or the rebrand. Probably should have invested in one, but I didn't have any money. So, you know, back in those days, I wasn't even good at graphic design. I'm still not that great, but I can make a thumbnail that doesn't look horrible and a logo that doesn't look, you know, isn't just stolen from some random indie band. Looks like Larkin is pretty much destroying Terry, and he gets the Kimura. Poor Terry, he was just pummeled, like, horribly. But moving on to Frank Mir versus Bobby Lashley, the main event of the evening. You can do Tito Ortiz versus the Iceman. Can't remember his. Oh, God, neither can I. Jesus Christ. I know his name too. I know what he looks like, and I know his name. Why can't I remember his name? Okay, I have to look it up, because that's gonna bug me, and I'm gonna be real sad whenever. Is it? Oh, geez, who is it? Chuck Liddell. I can't believe I couldn't remember Chuck Liddell's name. That makes me Oh wow, okay, Frank Mir defeats Bobby Lashley in 2:16 of round 1 with a leg lock. So Bobby Lashley, he got 3 ground strikes. Why would you take down Frank Mir, Bobby? What are you doing? Well, I mean, there goes Bobby Lashley's heavyweight title dreams, I suppose. 76 critical rating, 69 commercial rating. Popularity increased by about 1 pretty much everywhere. Frank Mir, that was not fight of the night. That was Eric Perez versus Delano Lopez was probably fight. And some knockout of the night. Probably, actually, no, maybe it was fight. I don't know. We didn't really have any great fights. So I guess that's fine. All right, $500,000 on this show. We're not making huge profits, but as long as we're not losing money. Lashley used the cake down. Apparently, you didn't say it loud enough, Chaotic Hound Doom, because it just didn't work out. Didn't work out for Lashley. All right, so now we just need to book the next event, and honestly, I can probably just do that next. No, I'm gonna do it now, so we don't have to pay money out to all the people that crap, I forgot what I was saying. I don't want to pay money out to all the people that don't want to train. Ooh, you know what we could do? To make sure that we're not all scrubs, we can go to the versus simulator in the main menu, and we can put us up against some of or we can put us up against each other. We'll do a little tournament. Do you guys want to do that? Lorenz Larkin, we definitely need to re-sign him. And Bobby Lashley, I guess we can re-sign him. And Ed Ruth is injured. Great. Fantastic. What is wrong? Minor hand injury. Okay, it's not that bad. I really don't want to do this fight or make this event, but I guess it's fine. Go ahead and make it a major show because we need another one. June 4 Sunday. But yeah, we can do a little tournament. I think there's 5 of us, so one of us will need a bye week, or I guess we could do one of us will need a bye week. We can do like a random number generator for that. Light heavyweight, no. Prelim match, sure. Middleweight, maybe? Nope. Chris Honeycutt versus Joe Schilling. We'll go for it. Ben Ryder versus Gareth McLeod. Nope. There we go. Michael Chandler versus... Oh, they already... Nope, never mind. We're fine. Michael Chandler versus Ben Henderson. That's going to be our main event. I want to win that tournament A. I think everybody wants to win that tournament. Because, you know, even if none of us win the... geez, what was I saying? Even if none of us win the... Oh, maybe I should put him up against Justin Lawrence first before I put him up against Pat Curon. Because Pat might beat him. I don't think Justin Lawrence is going to be able to beat Michael Truzano. Alright, so we got a lot of like lightweight and featherweight fights. But we should be good. I hope Baby Slice is able to fight again. I think he's a lightweight or a welterweight maybe. Nope. Ooh, Joey Davis needs another fight because he did quite well last time. Put him on the prelims. And now we just need 2 more main card fights. Bantamweight, women's featherweight. Tamika versus who cares? We'll just put it on there. Oh, Luigi just want to knock someone out. I just want to get that submission victory, if I'm being completely honest. Alright, there we go. Perfect. I guess we move this one down. There we go. Henderson versus Chandler. Those 2 women's matches are probably going to drag us down a little bit because they aren't very popular, but we should be fine. Alright, we can go ahead and move on to the... Actually, you know what? We're probably not even going to be fighting in the next reality TV show, so we'll just save that for the next stream. Oh, wait, no. No, because I'm going to sim up to the next event. So, yes, we'll go ahead and move on to Thursday. Alright, guys. So, we'll see. If someone gets eliminated in this round, or in this episode, then we'll go ahead and give them a bye week out of consolation. And if not, then we'll just do a random number generator. And that person will get a bye week. Ruby Richmond. Oh, okay, so just a randomly generated person. You know, I think normally we do like hour, 30-minute. Actually, no, the last 2 streams have been like 2 hours. So this one's going to be a little short. But I have a lot of stuff I have to do today, so hopefully you guys aren't too mad at that. And we did get through the event quite quickly. Normally it doesn't go that fast. I guess the last time we did create fighters, but yeah, we're doing all right. you know, maybe I'll stream tomorrow because I don't think Nick is going to be able to record tomorrow. So maybe I'll stream again tomorrow. We'll see. I'm not entirely sure, but you know, I'll probably upload a video on the Nate Diaz versus Conor McGregor, or maybe Chuck Liddell versus Teodoro Ortiz 100 times. I'd have to do it in their prime though. Like, I'd have to find a mod where they're in their prime. But I'm sure it'd be fine. I'd be able to find one. Alright, so Yuko Shiski-kura. Interesting name. I do like most of the one thing that WMMA does have, or one of the things WMMA does have over TEW, is the generation is much more realistic. Like the generated characters are much more realistic, and they're much like, I never sign generated characters in TEW, but I will sign them in the WMMA. So last night, Hisaki Kato beat Rudy Bears, so they even it up. Currently, Team Daily has 1 win and Team Koscheck has 1 win. But we'll go ahead and save and then exit out to the main menu so we can do a versus. It'll be a unified rules middleweight, and hold on, we got to do the random number generator. Let's see. Random. Minimum, max 5. All right. So I forgot the names of everybody. We'll say that I'll be 1. Armand will be 2. Jacob will be 3. Preston will be 4. And Luigi will be 5. Alright, Luigi gets a bye. So that means first off the tournament, Joseph versus, let's go, Armand, I suppose. And this will be the first fight. So I'm going to go Joseph Armand, Preston versus Jacob, and the winner of whoever wins most decisively, I guess, will go up against Luigi. And then, or whoever wins most decisively will get a bye again, I suppose. Yeah. If someone gets a finish and the other person doesn't, then they'll advance, and the person that gets the finish will automatically advance to the to the final. And then the other person will have to fight Luigi. Singh doesn't touch gloves, Jesus. But Mook is able to get the takedown. He tries to get the submission, and Jesus. Alright, Armand Singh. Looks like the guillotine was just too much. I was not expecting that. I might have to boost Armand's ratings then. Hold on, let's just to go ahead and make sure that wasn't ratings wise, and I accidentally screwed Armand. Let's go ahead and do that again. Yeah, so 440, 409, and okay, so I just got lucky, really. All right, so Joseph Mook moves on to round 2, and since he did get like the first round finish, I think I might get that. I just got destroyed. Yeah, see, that's what you get for not touching gloves, Armand. Come on. All right, so next up is Jacob Schroeder versus Preston Bishop. So a wrestler versus a kickboxer. We'll see how this goes. All right, War Eagle versus the Iron Man. Schroeder lands a jab. Bishop is already cut open. Looks like a takedown attempt from Bishop, and he gets it. So we all have very raw talent. Like, it's pretty obvious that we're all pretty talented, and we are able to, we're pretty evenly matched. It's just that, you know, the fights aren't going to be the best. It's not going to be CM Punk versus Mike Jackson, but it's not going to be the best. I don't think, because, you know, this first few fights, we gotta work up the ranks a little bit. Why did I make my character like Conor McGregor? I don't know. I mean, you're Conor McGregor. You just don't have the punching power yet. But I'm 100% sure you'll get there. Maybe. 100% sure, maybe. All right. Perhaps wary of submissions. So it looks like Bishop's kind of, you know, he's not able to get the takedown because Schroeder is keeping him at a distance, which he is able to do because he does have the height advantage. So 10-9 in favor of Bishop. One last round. All right. So I think if Schroeder doesn't finish this fight, then Bishop will win. And Bishop is able to smother Schroeder up against the cage. But he does look like he's on the verge of exhaustion. So it looks like Bishop's stamina isn't quite there. Obviously, that won't affect him too much in the reality TV show because he is just fighting 2 rounds, assuming he gets the finish or he wins decisively. Bishop gets a takedown. That's 3 takedowns from 3 attempts. So Bishop is doing really well getting Schroeder on the ground. And we'll see. Bishop gets a 10-9. And 30-27, the War Eagle Preston Bishop beats Jacob Schroeder. Decent fight. And it looks like Preston Bishop will go ahead and face off with Luigi Golden. So Golden does have a 6-2 advantage. And it looks like if Preston Bishop can do the same thing he did last time, then he'll be able to take this fight as well. But I got to focus on submission defense in training. That is for sure. You know, as long as Golden keeps Preston on the ground, or Preston on his feet, I think he'll take this fight, definitely. And it looks like he's doing a great job as of right now. He's landing a ton of punches, and Bishop just can't, you know, keep equal to him. Bishop scores. Golden connects with a nice jab. Bishop is knocked down by that shot. Golden pounds away with punches, and then Golden has to be pulled away, and he wins by TKO. So Luigi Golden versus Joseph Mook in the main event of the evening. All right, so this is the final. Whoever wins this will get, I don't know. Whoever wins this will get something. What do we want to get? Nothing of monetary value, of course, because I don't have money. But we'll see. We'll figure it out. Of course, if I win, we don't get any, or I don't get anything, but I get bragging rights. Whoever wins this gets bragging rights. So it's obviously some pretty high stakes. Oh, Jesus Christ! I'm already knocked down. He quickly pounces and pounds away, but unable to land any clean shots. That was not a good idea to go to the ground with me because I am a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu god, and now I have full mount. Set up an arm triangle and gets the submission. Ooh, there we go. The fight was rated as great. So, yeah, there we go. Joseph Mook wins the tournament. I mean, Luigi almost had me right there. Got the knockdown. I definitely thought I was out, but he just wasn't able to capitalize fully. And you definitely don't want to, if you're going to get on the ground, have we started the reality TV show yet? Yes, we have. We've simmed 2 weeks, and none of us have been eliminated. We haven't had fights yet. So, yeah. Boosting stats a little. I mean, that would just be a little bit OP. Mook is a god at submission. Yes, he is. I mean, that's basically what I wanted him to be. I wanted him to be like a Dylan Danis, but not an asshole. So, yeah. You know what? Let's go ahead and put Arman. This is just for fun now. This will be the last fight. Since Arman was the first eliminated, we'll go ahead and give him a shot at the runner-up, see how he does. And seeing as it's kickboxing versus boxing, I feel like this is... Oh, the offer to touch gloves is completely ignored by Golden. Yeah, you almost had me. You almost had me. Golden is very, both these guys, obviously, they talk a lot of trash. They are definitely trash talkers. And Singh is starting to slow down a touch. I might have to boost the stamina a little bit, because slowing down after 2 minutes is quite ridiculous. Golden hits a left hook to the body. Singh throws 5-punch combination. Jesus. Also lands a nice right hook. So yeah, I'm definitely going to have to boost Singh and Bishop's stamina. But other than that, I think we are pretty balanced. Let's just hope I don't get destroyed. I mean, as of right now, you're doing pretty well. I think Golden won this fight, or won this round rather, but when you get deeper in, those kicks are going to be able to keep him at range, especially because you have the inch advantage on him height-wise. So Singh is trapped against the cage. Golden smothering him. Ooh, alright. Singh gets caught with a knee to the side of the stomach. Golden smothers Singh against the cage. So it looks like the referee has to take them back to the center of the cage. And they're both pretty tired, which is, I guess, respectable, because obviously they aren't experienced. They don't know how to boast me. I mean, Preston did pretty good. He won. Did he win the first fight, or did he lose? I forget. No, Preston won the first match that he was in. So it looks like if Singh doesn't go ahead, nice 4-punch combination by Singh. If Singh doesn't beat this or finish this fight, then he will lose. And apparently he looks exhausted, so yeah, we'll go ahead and go into the mod and boost their stamina. And other than that, I think we're very balanced. Singh hits a jab. But I mean, this round, Singh is on rubbery legs, but he regains his composure, and he is not knocked out, although I think that is going to end off this fight. 32 seconds left, 13 seconds left, Golden moving closer, and the round ends. Golden took that, and I think that will be a unanimous decision victory for Luigi Golden. Apparently a great fight. Yeah, so Arman he was equal to the punches, but it just wasn't there on the power punches. All right, so we're gonna go in and we're going to make sure to, every so often, or not every so often, but I might play around with that versus. Luigi always goes all out. That is true. I might play around with that versus mode a little bit more in the future. Hopefully you guys want to see that and are excited for it. But Arman needs to have his stamina boosted a little bit. General, I think it's in. Conditioning, there it is. Yeah, we got to boost that to like 57, 60. I don't know. I'm going to check what everybody else is at and make sure that I'm not making him overpowered. Okay, yeah, that's not overpowered. Okay, Preston. Because, like, 16 stamina. Come on. We'll go ahead. 60. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so, Preston Bishop. I want to see what the organic thing has him. Oh, it doesn't say anything about the reality TV show, unfortunately. But, hopefully you guys enjoyed that little tournament. I certainly did, because I was the champion and winner. But we might be able to do another one pretty soon, maybe next stream, to see after a couple weeks of the reality TV show. Well, maybe they've gotten a little bit better. Maybe the results will be a little bit different. But hopefully, my stamina was my age. Oh geez. Yeah, maybe we'll have more of that. If you guys did like the video, or like the stream rather, make sure to drop a like down below so that the algorithm picks up the playback a little bit more. Definitely would help the channel. And if you're watching this on playback, thank you. If you want to subscribe, that would be awesome. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Maybe tomorrow, I don't know. If you want to follow my Twitter, I'll definitely tweet about it. But we'll see. So see you guys in the next stream.